Hello, welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about some things that I wish I know before I start cycling. So as a kid, it was very difficult for me to understand how to find my balance on a bicycle, and it took me quite some time to start cycling. And then before you know it, we went further and further, and I really fell in love with the freedom of being able to move on two wheels. A colleague from work introduced me like one of my first few bicycles, and after that I'm just really deep into this. And over the years, I feel like I've made enough mistakes and learned enough lessons to kind of put together a video for my younger self actually. So here are 7 things that I wish I knew before I start cycling. The first tip I have for you is ride what you want. Some people really take this mountain bikers versus road bikers thing a little bit too seriously without realizing that it's just all in the name of fun. You don't also have to stay on one side of the war. When I rode my mountain bike to work, I slowly started to realize that I would prefer a bicycle with a more roady geometry that can carry stuff and kind of go further. That became like the majority of what I was riding instead of doing trails or instead of actually doing the mountain bikey stuff. I won't say that the mountain bike cannot go like the long distance, but I would like to have a more efficient bicycle for this kind of activity, a more aero if you want to use this term. Along with talking with a few other friends on this topic, I've decided to kind of go full on into the whole gravel bike situation. It seems to be like the best in between of both worlds, with the chunky tires and the slightly more endurance road bike geometry. And I feel like that is almost all of the riding that I'm doing now. I enjoy it so much, like riding for trips or riding to work with the ability to carry a lot of load, as well as slightly chunkier tires. If you prefer to ride down the road really long distances on a very minimal bike, and maybe a road bike would be more suitable for you, go for it. The message here isn't really to push for a gravel bike, but choose what you want to ride and pick the suitable bicycle for that activity, and you will enjoy the sport way more. Grey clouds are coming in, so I guess no riding today. Your bike mechanic is your friend. As an entrepreneur, whenever I'm talking to my customers, I'm very honest with them and I'm telling them that, hey, I'm here to make money. But at the same time, I'm also here to kind of give you a good experience. Bike mechanics are like that too. They are your friends to help you enjoy your ride. So pertaining to this, I'm gonna add one more point to this. Learn how to maintain your own bike. These 2 points kind of go hand in hand together. While a bike mechanic is very happy to charge you money to help you change out your handlebar, they are also really happy to see you kind of do it yourself. And when I say that they are there to kind of help you enjoy your ride, it's really okay for you to make mistakes with maintaining your own bicycle and then kind of get them to help you clean up. Which basically means if you made a mistake, they are happy to help you solve that mistake, so don't worry about it. Unless that mistake is rounding out a bolt, then that would be an issue. And even so, they're there to help you with it. I personally am not really good at bleeding hydraulic brakes, and so I tend to kind of go to a mechanic to do it. And it is really fortunate for me to have a mechanic right at my office. So at the same time, after you send your bike in for a repair or maintenance, they might help you discover some new issues while testing out your bicycle. And once again, they are there to make sales, but at the same time, help you enjoy your ride more. I'm 36 years old this year, and while I'm not an athlete, I'm starting to feel the effects of riding my bike every day. In a good way, of course. Cycling before and after work helps me to clear my mind and of course keeps me in like really good physical shape. And I really cannot stress the importance of bike fitting. I'm really lucky to not need one yet. As my love is turning 10 years old in like 2027, I am starting to look into getting a custom titanium bicycle. And along with that, I would need a bike fit soon to get the numbers dialed in before I send these numbers over for the custom builder to build the frame. You don't just have to go for a bike fit because you have an issue. I mean, most of the time you go because you have an issue. However, in times like this when I'm preparing for a new bike frame, the fitting of the bicycle is definitely more crucial. Fitting is everything. Your dream bike might be on 50% like sales price, but if it doesn't fit you, it's worth nothing. An ill-fitting bike also gives you a terrible riding experience. You can definitely try to adjust your bicycles by yourself and see how you can change some of the components so you fit better on your bicycle. And if the issue persists, see a bike fitter. This is so important. It's always worth the money. Okay, nutrition sounds very obvious, you just kind of eat, right? Your bicycle is fueled by you. You are the engine and you need to fuel your engine. However, when I was younger, I always feel like I'm in a rush to finish the ride instead of stopping to eat. That is terrible. What makes it worse is that when I'm really tired or like when I'm on the bicycle, I don't feel hungry at all. I don't value the time to stop and refuel myself because I just thought I could just keep going. That said, I think it is important to try and eat something on the ride or stop for a break. If you are somebody who cannot take a solid food when you are riding, you can try to have something liquid. I wish all nutrition is liquid, just drink it, right? While I'm not very sure about how terrible it is for your health, I'm pretty sure it's not doing you any good if you don't fuel on your ride. Carry some fruit bar or stop by a coffee shop if you're riding around Singapore. Most of them allow you to put your bicycle next to your table and you can eat an actual meal. As I start to discover stopping and eating like meals like for your ride, it makes my bikepacking experience a lot more enjoyable too. Yes, while frequent stops take more time, you're also able to ride longer distances. Social media has made it really enticing to record every part of your life, including this right now. And to be honest, I started this YouTube channel all because I want to learn how to do video editing. At some point, I feel like I'm gonna have to use this skill, so this is my truthful part about this YouTube video. And to make riding videos, I've obviously invested in a few action cams over the years. I've also mentioned before, like a great way to shoot is with this mouse grip and a action cam. Okay, so with that said, you don't need an action cam to go out riding. Once again, I think this is one of the results of consumerism. So I look at GoPro's advertisement, it has always been kind of a, you could be doing this with the GoPro, but the truth is you could be doing these activities without the GoPro. If you really want to get an action camera for your ride, that's completely fine, that is great. However, for me, who has been filming on most of my rides, I honestly feel that there are some days I just want to go out riding without it. Filming on the ride is kind of another thing to think about, and that actually takes away the enjoyment of the ride. So because of that, I'm going to say that you don't need an action camera to go out and enjoy your ride. However, if you feel like you want to record some kind of bikepacking trip, that's great, that is amazing. And if you like to share some of your journeys, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be really happy to see them. Once again, consumerism at its best. Let's face it, new bike day is such an exciting idea every time. However, there's only one of you to ride one bike at a time. And if you can afford the space to house a few bicycles, I think that's great. Having a road bike and a mountain bike or a few different kind of bicycles like one a race bike and a market bike, it's really amazing because it actually really caters to really specific needs. Perhaps I'm really lucky to find two bikes that I really, really love, and I'm not willing to have any more than these two. It also doesn't help that bicycles are one of those things that lose half its value as soon as it walks out of the shop. Bike components also lose its value when the newer version is out. So it kind of brings us back to the first point of like riding what you have and then finding out what you really enjoy riding and kind of get that specific bicycle for that function. And if you're somebody like me who started off as a mountain biker and is slowly shifting towards riding a lot longer distances on road, then maybe a gravel bike will work for you. It's the best of both worlds. And once again, I'm not really pushing for a gravel bike even though I sound like I am. It's because it's the best of both worlds lah, come on. So what are your thoughts? Are these some of the points that you would say to your younger self before you start cycling, or do you have other points to share? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. I hope the rain stops soon. Bye bye. Hello guys, just want to share with you again that November is Men's Mental Health Month. If you are going through something, you don't have to do it alone. I have left some link in the description below, so if you need them, do check them out, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.